is now time to explain to people just what's wrong with me. Yay! Alright guys, what's up? It's Jimmy James. This is me and Suede podcast and talking a little bit about what's going to be coming up. I'm putting it together right now. But we shot the shit for like a good hour. Well, more, but this is an hour probably before we even got into the show. And then, like I said, I'm putting that together right now. So enjoy this. This is me and Suede B podcast and shooting the shit. UFOs, life and beyond, you know.
Yo.
Later on, maybe. I hear you, Dwayne. Hold up. I'm trying to shut my door.
Yes, sir.
Fell off the hinges. I'm getting a new one.
I gotta find my mic, bro. Hold on.
Take your time, dude. All this shit doesn't matter. I was asking my pops. I'll let you know. Let me know when you're ready.
Yes, sir.
I mean, if you can hear me, I'm just saying I was asking my pops if he wanted to join because he likes, if he wanted to get in like 5 minutes with.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I telling him. I said, he knows how to do it. Downstairs and like
I want to know
literally
what he thinks about this guy.
He knows more. How long have you known this dude for?
For like 4 or 5 years.
All right, so I don't know. I've never asked my dad about, but I guess he's known him for a while because he's been talking about this stuff for like, I know aliens are here in the UF covering them. I'm like, I don't know, because I was into other shit at the time. You know?
I feel like it is. All these UAPs and all this shit coming out now.
Yeah. See how you just said UAPs?
Yeah.
That's something they mentioned in the show, which that dude Greer. That's from his words. He goes, it's such a ridiculous term. And I always thought that too, but I was like, I thought that's the new thing for it. But now I understand why. Not because he said it. I don't give a fuck if he thinks it or not, but it's the way why
they're
he thinks it's
rebranding
ridiculous.
it.
Yeah, he's like,
they're trying to make it sound like something different.
Right.
They don't want to use the old term UFOs because that
no, but because it's scary. It's scary to us. Yeah.
UFOs,
it's like we're really
enemies.
And here, right. And before we get into any of this, the first thing I said was, dude, when I was literally capturing it for the first time, because I went through my experiences on my podcast about my couple experiences, I said I was literally filming 5 things in the air, not at once. Me and my pops, nobody gave a shit. I told you the story, and I said it before. And that's where it's like, nobody's going to be scared. Nobody gives a fuck, dude. You know, like, I don't know. Nobody cares.
You think so?
Yeah, well, let me put it like this. Jimmy Fallon on Tonight Show, they said, well, he was doing his jokes, his opening routine, and he said, it's not like I watch him or anything, just once in a blue moon, and he said, well, there's a new moon, something on the moon that something was going on at the moon at the time, but we won't know until Monday. And he said, well, if it's not exploding, we don't care. Like that's the mindset. You know, if the moon's
that's so true. You're right.
Right, because the news wasn't coming out. It was like on whenever he comes out, Friday night. But the news wasn't coming out until Monday. The news was about water, maybe, or something on the moon or some shit. That was the news. But we didn't know that at the time. And that's what he said. If it's not exploding the way he said it, then we don't care. Like,
yeah, if it's not a threat, like the American people don't really care.
No, right, but that's the point. That's when I knew you were like, you know this guy, and if you haven't seen the show, which we're talking about, is the Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. Contact has begun with Steve Greer. I'm sure you guys know this stuff. This is the Jimmy James Show A to Z and Suede B. This is the Jimmy James Show.
Go ahead. I don't see my part.
Yeah, you want to say your part?
Yeah.
Fuck your part. I want to say this is the Jimmy James Show A to
Z.
Okay. No, you gotta let me finish. Everybody always forgets the A to Z. Even the computer, they go A_Z. I'm like, fuck you. Anyway.
Go ahead.
People are like, all right, do we know who's here? This is Jimmy James, the host of the Jimmy James Show A to Z with Suede B podcasting. Get Suede.
What's up? I'm glad to be here, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, it's your show too, man. People don't know this. We're gonna be fucking. There's gonna be like one show and the two podcasts. You know?
I'm excited, bro.
And you can always add your shit later, dude. Like you can add, edit, cut, anything you want, dude. So,
so like we're a jackass on my podcast.
Yeah, so this is gonna be we're doing this on a Monday. I'll probably be dropping this on Wednesday. If you guys are hearing this, me personally, I don't know when Sway will be doing his, but we're gonna get into Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. Contact has begun or whatever, but I've seen it once. This is the first time I really know Steve Greer and his work. I've heard of him, but not really got into him at all. Suede here has, even my pops. So we're going to talk about all that and see what our take is on it. Kind of like, I don't know, because I'm really interested. You know, you haven't seen it.
Hell yeah, I'm down, bro.
So actually, I lower my TV here, or semi. I always put the captions on. But we could watch it. Fuck it. I put some of this on my last episode. Or, you know. You just let me know when you're ready to watch it.
So you guys... So for the people out there who's listening, you guys can go to Amazon Prime Video, right?
Yep.
And go to... What's the name of the show?
It's Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. Contact has begun. It's on Amazon Prime. I don't know if you could see it anywhere else at this point in time. I'll drop the link down there, but there's, you know, I'm sure there's other places you could see it, but it might be a Prime thing. I could find out in a second. I can just go back, see if it's Prime labeled. Sometimes if it's Prime labeled, that's here. Yeah, I think it's only on Prime because there's no other watch options to it.
Hell yeah.
By the way, if anybody doesn't know this, there's a site, 103 Movies. I don't know, is it 3? Yeah. 123 Movies, is it? What? Yeah. 123 Movies, where I watch all my free shit. Like, dude, I watch shit that just came out. Like, Matrix is coming out in December, but that's going to be on HBO Max.
I can't wait for that shit, bro.
Yeah, dude. I'm fucking psyched for that. And because this is what it all kind of ties into. Like, it's a mindset type of everything, what's out there, all that. I don't know.
Hell yeah. Simulation theory and all that.
Yeah. Now, what he's talking about in this is not what I want to get into. Well, you can get into later if you want to watch it, but is some of these the actual footage they have and evidence they have that I've never seen on YouTube or anything, you know? So
hell yeah. I need my evidence, bro. I need to see the evidence.
It's about the moon one, or I'm sorry, I keep saying the moon. The world one where the laser light gets shot. Have you ever seen that? Because that would have stuck in your head. Did you see what I was trying to explain to you? Or
no.
Okay. So I want to get to that one fucking part, and that just blew me away. And that wasn't until I'm going to get.
I've heard about it.
You've heard about the laser light? Because you see it, it's different. It's like, it's not like 4K UHD quality, and
it never is.
It can't be faked. I watched it 20 times over and over and over just to keep looking at it to see what. And this has been out for a while, you know. But
if it looks HD like a movie production studio, like I would feel some type of way about it.
Right.
Because you have to set up that camera perfectly, have it not move. Like it's a light.
The reason why I said that it's not 4K and I kept saying moon is because they actually have something like that where they see these 5 things flying around the moon, like coming around out of the shadow, but it looks too good, dude. It looks way too good. And I'm like, dude, come on. How's that not alerted all over the news site? But then again, that's what this gets into. Movies, everything. Okay, it's at literally... It comes in at, I want you to go to 29 minutes just to this one part. This is the first time I see anything in it.
Okay, so 29 minutes. Video?
Yeah, on Prime Video, go to 29 minutes. You keep skipping all the way to 29:15. And it comes in like a couple seconds after that. Just watch that one part. You want to hear it too, by the way. You can put it up.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I have it paused.
Yeah,
so.
As soon as I loaded in to it on my phone, the shit kicked out.
Oh, I thought you were watching on the TV.
Yeah, I gotta go to TV now.
Oh, that's what I meant by skipping. I see. When I do a lot of shit like this, the only time you could actually like, and this is for anybody while you're going through there, like how I add things in from YouTube to sound really nice on my phone is you can't be cast it to your, YouTube has to be playing on your phone. All you do is you mute your mic and then it should come through clearly. Anybody out there. So you can't be watching on your TV at the same time. That's nothing to do with you, just in general.
Yeah.
All right. Location request.
Okay, so I'm on my Prime Video on my Xbox.
Yeah, once you get the episode in Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, you should see. All right, you're there already?
I'm signing in.
All right. Just when you get in there and get to the Close Encounters part, go to 29. Whatever you skip to. It's 29 minutes and literally like 15 seconds, and then it's starts like a couple seconds after that. But he kind of explains a little bit. So you could put it up on your end if you want, or I don't know who's it clear on. I can always add this in later, though. The sound of it. There's not really a sound except them explaining it.
Close Encounter.
Yeah, so you're gonna skip all the way to 29:15, and then like, yeah, and then we could restart it and watch it. But as I don't know how we did MCU, we kind of did muted version, and then we just came back here and there. That was different.
It was playing like very, very low in the background, I think.
I could do it on my phone, but I don't know in a like I've already did some of it. But I could do the whole episode, just like this is what you haven't heard, but people could watch it. Problem is Amazon Prime.
Okay, here we go.
In Arizona, not coincidentally, perhaps.
This footage, captured by NASA's Discovery Space Shuttle on September 15, 1991, shows an extraterrestrial vehicle dodge an electronic weapon fired from Earth. Here, we see the craft slowly crossing the frame. There's a bright flash, and then it makes an abrupt right angle turn and flies off. Moments after the turn, we see the shot fired across space where the craft had just been.
Knowing all that, if they were hostile in the way we think of an invading hostile force, that would have been made abundantly clear to us the day.
You could pause, Dwayne. Pause.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Pause. Oh, because I didn't want you to get too far, because then you're we're gonna be watching it. Just you could rewatch it as much as you want. If you want to rewatch it again, did you see how the fucking like the Earth lit up for a second for that laser? Because we don't have anything. I counted it out too. It takes 3.5 seconds ish since that light shined to that little laser to go up to that alien spacecraft, and then you see how it dodged.
Well, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, alien to us to a point where we don't know what it is. You know, it could be whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
But you can count it out yourself. When they do that, Jerry, what's his name? Jeremy Piven? He's the guy who does the narrating. I can't talk because I'm doing something.
Yeah, he's the narrator.
Yeah. But if you want to play that again the same way like the first time, just one. That sounded crystal clear. Like it was like perfect. I could hear. I'm watching it. I'm going to go to 29:15 and then just watch that one more time. Just say play, and then I want to hear. Just count that down. I'm going to count that down to make sure. What has that technology to shoot shoot that fast? No rocket could go that fast, dude. 3.5 seconds? Right. So, I don't know. Let me know. I'll pause up.
We have
watch
satellite lasers and.
Do we?
Yeah.
Do you know for sure? Like, have you seen it, or you just guesstimate? Like, you just
Raytheon
educated
Technologies specialize in this.
I know. I didn't know how much you wanted to get into that. I was thinking right off the top of my head. I'll let him talk about that. But I believe it. There's obviously I know there's lasers, like, but that's fucking dude. That's like world destroying.
No, yeah, I know. It's a laser communication device.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't know we had weapons, or if we wanted to fucking take out a country, dude, that kind of weapon right there, dude, would, like, what's a nuclear? I don't know, man. It doesn't look right. 3.5 seconds, I think. Let me know when you're ready to start.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then we'll do it. All right, go ahead.
Near Tombstone, Arizona, not coincidentally, perhaps.
This footage, captured by NASA's Discovery Space Shuttle on September 15, 1991, shows an extraterrestrial vehicle dodge an electronic weapon fired from Earth. Here, we see the craft slowly crossing the frame. There's a bright flash, and then it makes an abrupt right angle turn and flies off. Moments after the turn, we see the shot fired across space where the craft had just been.
All right, dude, look at that.
Knowing all
3.5
that, if they were hostile in the way we think of an invading hostile force, that would have been made abundantly clear to us the day we detonated the first atomic bomb. The fact is they have shown
that's what I'm getting into,
remarkable
Dwayne.
restraint.
Right there. It's not. The thing is, you're talking about your technology place, 2021. That's 1991, bro. That's the thing I was getting at. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about if it was today. Believable, I get it. But 91, it's like still. But then again, this has been going on for thousands of years with alien technology and how the places and Stonehenge and shit like that. You know, so
Exactly.
do you know my theory on my theory is on, I mean, if it's not aliens, if we're ruling out aliens from outer planets, people forget, and this is where we stop talking and we start to say, let's do a podcast. People forget sometimes that Earth's been around for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
And Dwayne, you've heard this before. Who doesn't know that? I've never got into this show, in any of my shows. We've been around for a long time. There could have been civilizations.
Could have been.
How long does plastic take to fucking plastic?
Yeah.
Like takes
to
billion years or whatever. Yeah, we've been around for not even sure. Like
at
4.5.
least 100,000.
No, yeah, but I'm saying the Earth has been here. You know, we're not sure 100%. We're guesstimating 4.6 billion.
Yeah.
And we think a year is a long time, or like.
Yeah, they've been around for billions of years. Absolutely.
And how long? And you know this, but how long has technology been really around? Really, technology 100 to last 200 years. Technology, more, phones. Not even that long.
Yeah, modern Western technology. Yeah, about 100 years.
Right. Now, I want to ask you personally, Suede Podcast, do you believe? I'm not in my theory, not all of it, but do you believe there's a high? Now we're counting out all alien civilization here, other life, even though I don't believe that, and it's just mathematically impossible in my head. But let's just say for some reason there's nothing out there. We know it for sure. So obviously it has to be us. But do you believe in other civilizations that could have existed? Basically,
1,000%.
At our even way higher, even higher technology than us, like 100,000 years.
1,000%.
Because exactly. It starts to add up in your head, right? You're like, 1 billion years. We've been around for 4.5, 5 billion years. Like, dude, if you had 1 billion years to build, like, dude, that's a long fucking time. And a meteor came out, wiped everybody the fuck out, or whatever the fuck wiped us out. Us.
Or some civilizations underwater or underground.
Right. And they're saying they only I was thinking underground too. I was going to say a good point that you made there, because I was thinking even if you hit underground, like you can only sustain that for so long, right? Even in millions of years time, you can only for so long without the sun. And
who said that?
Well, I'm saying billions of years. Billion. I'm saying I don't know. That's where this is where this theory comes in. That's
without ever coming up.
Yeah, I believe in that too. I believe that could be a possibility.
Break down what you're trying to say.
Basically, I'm saying is that one, people keep thinking that this is like all new. I'm saying that there's a chance, and there's a high chance. I'm not saying it's a guarantee. And
I'm saying it's a guarantee. But go ahead.
I'm not saying this. Well, it's a guarantee that people are still around from those days. I'm saying that that's a high chance, but there's a high chance that a civilization, higher technology than us, could have survived on Earth. Going back to Mars and Venus, they were suitable planets. They were in the habitat zone. They had water. Venus did. Mars did. They have everything there. This is what I know because I've studied my whole life. So I don't know. We're just scratching the surface right now.
This is what I think, Unit, right? Jimmy James.
It's okay, right? Dude. They all know, AKA Unit.
Yep.
I gotta restart that too. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. What do you think from that point of view here?
Why has America's a new country to me, relatively speaking, right? China been around for thousands and thousands of years. In
universe terms, yes, it's fucking everything. The world's new. You know what I mean?
But even on the national level, like the global world scale, like what 1776, America has been, signed.
Is it 76?
Yeah,
17.
Yeah, July 4th, 1776.
July 4th. Yep. Okay, good.
Right. So that's about what 400 years almost. America's been around. Why hasn't America, within 400 years, ever thought to live on the water?
On the water or underwater?
Either on the water, under
or
the water. Why don't we have?
Fuck, I don't know. Well, I'm thinking money. It's easier to live on land, right? But it's easier to live on land, crops, farming, food, delivery. On the water, I mean, there is some places people live on the water. Are you talking about structures, like us building? Okay, there's where I come in at. Why are we going to Mars right now? And I understand it's a great step and all that shit. I said this on one of my podcasts. Literally, I wrote it down in Audio Lab, and I put it in as like a rap. And I said, let's clean up our own nest. And I literally put that all in there. So like, I have a whole thing on that already. Like, why we're going to Mars.
That idea.
But the water, that's the first time I even thought about that. The water? Like, what do you see when you see that in your head, though?
Isn't the world mostly covered by water?
72%, yeah, according to whoever the fuck we trust, experts. Obviously 72%.
Let's say 72%, whatever, 50, 75%, between there, right?
No, it's 70. I'm telling you that's 72%. Water is on there, right, versus land.
So almost 3/4 of the Earth, the planet Earth, right, is covered with water, right?
Yeah.
Why are we only focused on the 25% of the Earth?
Oh yeah, dude. Like, well, fuck. There goes another thing you just made me think. See, this is what you get me thinking, because I actually watched a documentary, and I'm glad I watched it because I'm not into this type of shit. It was about and you like conspiracy theories. This is why I wanted to mention this, and this ties into the water. It started about plastic straws. Why are we still using plastic straws? Blah blah blah. But this dude didn't know in the documentary that he wasn't going to be doing a documentary about plastic straws. That's what he thought he was going to be doing. It went into how we're fucking polluting the earth by going in the water where people don't know about, and they literally just think about like a big farm, and you're scraping you're raking leaves up. That's what they do underwater to catch fish and shit. They put these big nets, and they just they're humongous, and they just drag the bottom of the ocean. Yeah. And then they show the whole, like, how much of the ocean we really took up of doing this. It's it's like a lot. It's a lot out of that 72%. I forget the percentages exactly, but I know it's a lot. It's like jaw dropping because this dude didn't know about it. So then he goes, not to get into this whole thing, he goes to the people like who are supposed to be organizations against it, but nobody wants to talk about it. Because you think, why, Dwayne? Because money, right? Like, money, dude. They're not going to talk because they're fucking padding their pockets.
Of course.
Fucking greed. I hate. Now you know. You always knew this, but you knew I always hated the money aspect of it. That's me personally.
Man, everyone's trying to get rich.
If you're selling crack, dude, Biggie said it. Don't sell. Don't shit where you eat. But you wouldn't sell crack or have drugs right out of your house, right? It's shit where you eat.
I wouldn't.
Right? You wouldn't. But the person who's working at a fucking, they apparently don't mind because they're getting paid. They make organizations up ran by the people who are literally doing it to them to pretend like they don't, like they're against it. Like, oh, it's like a fixed boxing match, dude. That's pretty much what I'm trying to get at. Analogy.
Okay, I'm with that.
You got it. Like that's what the show was about. But how much I didn't know about the oceans. Like I knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was that bad. So that kind of answers your question on the ocean part. That's probably why. It's because we're fucking those oceans. Like I don't know, dude. Like $1 hooker, dude. And these guys are horny.
So what you're saying is, I'm gonna scratch that. We're gonna scratch that, right? Because I want to get your personal opinion on that, right? We've been fighting wars and people have been using bombs and all this bullshit, right?
Right.
We're all fighting over 25% unit, right?
Oil mostly, yeah.
All this
shit. All
That's
agreed.
only 25% of the earth people are fighting over, right?
Right, and you're saying water. Right.
Water. This 75% of the earth is covered in this water, right?
It's hard to live out there. Yeah, I'm
saying,
still.
why is this a new idea? Like you said,
I don't think it's a new idea. I think it's yeah. I'm saying this only because I've seen this documentary. If I didn't see this documentary, I probably would have been like thinking in my head right now, well, it's tough to live out there. There's, there is things, there's places you can live that's calm, which I'm sure it's in your head. Like, all right, you're not talking about the deep sea, just sitting there, because it would take a lot of labor and then get shit out there, and I don't know, dude. Even after it's built.
But why are we spending billions of dollars to go to space or Mars or wherever, right?
Yeah.
And we have yet to even think about, okay, America, why don't we just start another America on the water?
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after the short anchor sponsor.
Kind of like NASA is what I see. All right, if you don't know this, NASA was it was ran by the government. Okay, NASA was going to be this fund. This is years ago, 70s, 80s, and then they had people like Jobs and Musk come in and support them, not them personally, but support them. People that are rich, and NASA is its own entity. It's not connected with the government no more, as far as that's how they say it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Right. So, kind of like what the water situation is like. Is it its own entity? Is it you're talking about government is fighting over this? And I don't know, dude. That there's people out there.
Isn't that kind of strange?
Oh, of course, dude. I don't know about living on water though, dude. But we do. We're overpopulated. We're at 8 billion. When I was a kid,
isn't that an easy solution right there?
I don't know. Easy.
Yeah, let me not say easy.
You're saying easy. Going to Mars? Absolutely. Is Elon Musk? Is he his own man with his own money? I mean, I don't know him personally, but as far he is, so he could do whatever he wants. If he wants to go to Mars, that's great, dude. But like we talked,
so he'd rather live on another planet, travel through the vacuum of space to get there.
Well,
instead of
you said him. No, he's gonna send other people. Fuck, he ain't. I mean, he's he ain't that stupid, I guess.
Right? He's
what did he say?
Other people to start a colony on Mars.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Million people by 2026. Fuck out of here.
Instead of actually setting up a colony on the water, or at least within 100 feet of the surface of the water.
Or clean up our nest, which I literally said, clean that up. Which, honestly, I can't say 100%, but they do have programs that go towards back. But there's other documentaries out there, like I recommended, because these guys are doing these documentaries, aren't rich. They're not really, they're only known for like writing books, and then they go out to the dirt and get their hands dirty. They're like that kid. He was a nobody. He still is a nobody, I think. I don't know his name. I don't know his name. I don't know him. He's just some documentary kid. He wanted to fight about plastic straws. So, and then he discovered all this. And without that, like, how would that information got out there? Without this show we're about to get into, like I said, I can always add this.
I get this information? That's what I'm saying. I'm a kid from the city. Yeah.
Dude, you're fucking smart, bro. Like I told my viewers this many times. Like you only listen to that one part of the podcast that you played and said, well, what do you think about that? And then I'm gonna put your own little stream ad in there.
Right.
But I've mentioned you plenty of times on my podcast, dude. And a lot of people listen. I could see where more people listen on more things, what the topics are. You know, I have a lot more listeners when it's me and you versus it's just me on this subject, or if it's on me on this subject with mental health, I have more, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I'm into people creating biospheres and utopias and these things.
So
I'm deep into this stuff.
Now, asking from where you work for, are we allowed to talk about where you worked and all that? Is that?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, from where you worked, which you build things anyway.
Yeah, military and commercial airplanes.
Ideas from lately, or has this always been in your head?
This has always been in my head since I was a young person.
Did something open your eyes?
Yeah, the facts.
Kind of like with this. Okay, so you're kind of in the same boat with me right now with like the alien. Like I always knew that we weren't alone. Like I'm not saying ET was like living among us, but it's just mathematically impossible. Anyway, yeah, so I'm on the same page as you. It opened your eyes. So I wish we could talk more about it. I really do, because that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell, if you can, or I can always edit anything out like that's not important. Even that part, me saying editing, like this shit could be, you know what I mean? Like this doesn't have to go out publicly. None of this is live, so you don't have to worry.
Yeah, the issue with my job and stuff is they don't want the employees to even post on Facebook or social media.
NDA?
NDA, yeah, it's like an NDA we have to sign.
Yeah.
But we can't really post our job location if we're going to discuss other topics because it makes the company look bad in a certain way.
Okay, but your old company used to have an old YouTube channel. See, I could say whatever the fuck I want about them, only because I've learned.
You're free, yeah.
I think it's fucking wrong what they did, and I guessed it. I'm not going to say anything what you could say if you want, but I guessed it. I already know what you guessed and what you said. That's on you. But what I said, like it happened to me at Home Depot, and that was just like a Home Depot. Yeah. Basically, anybody out there, this is what happened to me, and then I'll let Suede tell his if that's he believes. I don't know how.
I'll reveal a little bit. I can.
Okay, basically, I work there, and you have it's 90-day probational period. I didn't really do anything wrong at all, ever. Didn't get in trouble once, and like I told this story on the podcast on that he just published now. Because I did literally say this on another podcast. I said, you'll be listening to Suede's podcast probably like 10 years later, but like, so now you guys are hearing it now, but I got in trouble for leaving a forklift up, but that's not how it was. It was nothing like that. Anyway, they fired me right before the 90 days was up. They got rid of me, and there's nothing I could do about it.
Yeah.
And Suede said something to me similar about his job. He's like, I'm worried. I'm like, wow, that happened to me, but I didn't want to worry him and be like, oh, that's probably going to happen. But then you literally called me on the phone, and we were talking about, I'm like, something like, you're not a stupid dude, so I'm like, all right, he knows
I can
something.
see the writing on the wall.
Right, dude, right. So, long story short, it had something similar like that happened to you, but I had to hear about it. So if you want to talk about it to some point or whatever you can, that'd be great.
Yeah, I basically got one of my most dream work. I had a great opportunity that came to me in May 21st of 2021 to work for one of my most dream companies within the state of Connecticut.
Can you say the company's name or no?
I could say Raytheon Technology.
Yeah, Raytheon's, because I keep forgetting it. Raytheon's. Keep going. So you got that dream job-ish. Go ahead.
Yeah, where they make it's a manufacturing company where they produce airplanes for commercial airlines and military aircrafts, and this has been my dream since I was 18 years old. I love space. I love aerodynamics. I love flight. I think, who doesn't want to be able to fly? So
right.
The fact that we're able to achieve that within the past 100 years, I wanted to be a part of that future innovation in the aerospace field. And I got hired back in May. You know.
Oh yeah, and by the way, and you were so. Let me tell you guys, give you guys a little aspect on that before he gets into that. He got hired back in May. He was. I could feel it because we were talking. I was on my way out the door, and he was excited as shit because we were both going through something good at the time, and I could hear it in your voice, dude. You're like, dude, I got a new a job or something. Then like 2 weeks later or something, I'm like, how's your job going? Because I haven't heard from you. You know?
Yeah.
And so go ahead. You got hired back in May 2020, this year, 2021.
Yeah, this year, 2021.
Go ahead.
And,
keep going.
You know, this job pays a lot of money. You know, it has everything you would want in a great job. You know, and
except employment records. Go ahead.
Except what?
Employment enrollment, employment records is the only thing that's not great. I'm just saying that as a joke. But go ahead.
Yeah. So you know, I was on my 81st day, 81st day or whatever.
Wow.
And I started seeing signs that, you know, I'm getting.
Can you give me an example? Because you didn't tell me this story, so this is all new to me too, as well as the listeners. But can you tell me what that sign was? But you did tell me a little bit, but I don't only hear, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was on the phone with you on my break, and
80 something. What day was it? 80 what? 81st.
81st
day. You're on the phone with me telling me about seeing signs. You didn't really get into too much, but go ahead.
You know, bro, this shit is so hard to even talk about.
I know. Hey, you get it out. That's why I waited so long to really push you, like not push you, but to ask you. I said, we'll talk about it when you're ready. You know, but fuck them.
Yeah. And long story short, you know, my supervisor ended up terminating me and letting me go.
Dude, any reason that he gave you that was satisfying, or can you tell us, or you can't, or was it right? Okay, but all right, then I'll ask you like that. That's why I was asking you. Is there any reason you can give us? Do you think it was? I can't say right or wrong.
It was incorrect. It was unrighteous.
Okay.
It was a falsehood that he on the premise that he terminated me, basically.
Right. And you never, by the way, and just for if anybody does listen out there that's connected to this, you never once mentioned your boss or anything like that to me. You just said writing on the wall and shit like that. And I understood because of the Home Depot thing, but just difference is that's a $1 billion fucking company. I think $1 billion company. I don't know. Billions. Has to be billions.
It's definitely in the billions.
Yeah.
And assets. But go ahead.
So writing on the wall, like, so you said it was wrong. Did you? Let me ask. Did you? It's hard to ask without this. Like, you can't tell anybody this, right? This has nothing to do with me. I mean, the podcast, right?
I'm currently going through a situation right now. Some litigations.
Okay. So if you're still in court and stuff, like, yeah, you better just, well, you know, even talking to me, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell like a close one. If you can't tell your close one that, I wouldn't put it out on anything. But yeah, I think people understand.
I mean, situation. I can't go into the details of it, you know.
You can't, or you can?
I cannot. I cannot.
Oh. It wasn't because you think it wasn't anything racial, do you? I don't know why I just think out loud. Do you think anything like that?
Yeah, I think that's a big piece of it, you know.
Oh, is there any white guys there?
in the 5th biggest aerospace company on the planet Earth.
Yeah, white guys there. Yeah, I don't like that guy. He stared at me.
Yeah.
He stared at my $5. I think he's gonna steal it. No, I don't know.
Basically, that's kind of.
Well, that's where you just lose me when you say they're smart, because they let you go and they sound like a bunch of retards. Because you got somebody who has desired to work there since they were a kid, not there personally, but like that, have a threshold in the future, have a foot in the future, a footnote. Even if you're just a footnote, you were there. You know what I mean? And they went and they. So either you really had to do something fucked up, like you punched the boss in the face or something, you know, like crazy, like, I don't know, peed in his fucking hat. I don't know, dude.
Bro,
but
I never showed up late, not one day, bro.
Yeah, you told me about that shit. Forgot about that too. No, wait, you said you did. You did miss something. Didn't you miss a day or something?
Nah.
That was somebody else. Never mind. But you did tell me. Yeah, I just remembered who that was.
Yeah, like, bro, I played it straight in the arrow, bro.
Right.
And I still got let go.
Something, dude. And I know this has nothing to do with like I know this could be said. I mean, you told me something, and I remember it was bugging me because I was like, something doesn't. I didn't say you were overthinking. I was like, because I knew I had this experience of that feeling part with the 90-day bullshit.
Yeah.
But even at a Home Depot, because I was basically used for a summer worker.
Yes.
And then they let me go to bring back in the winter. And I didn't know because I was young. I was like 18. You're not young. You were 32 because you were 31, 32 is about the same age. I don't know if whatever. You're over 30, so you have way more life experience than I did, and you're at a really more important job or whatever. Every job's important, you know what I mean, to a point.
Yeah.
But yeah,
something
I would love to know. Me personally, I'm not. I know you can't talk about it because you're going through what you're going through, and that's fine. But I mean, I would love to know when you can. Definitely, we got to bring that discussion back up.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, everybody, you know, there's always that three sides of the story. The truth, you know, what's the three sides?
Yeah, it's one person's side, the other person's side, and the truth.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Old saying.
Absolutely.
So anyway, hey, we'll get into that, I guess, more. But this ties into what we were talking about the water and how do you want to play this out, dude? Do you want to get into that more, or do you want to get into Close Encounters more? I mean, as far as the show goes.
Back to what we were talking about, like, you know, at there's aliens and this, that, and the third, like.
Bro. Well, we never got into what I wanted to say. I said before we talk about anything, and then we went on to everything else. I said I wanted to know what you and that certain somebody were pissing me off because it was pissing me off because you called me and I thought we did a show about it, but we didn't. We were supposed to.
Yeah, we were supposed to.
But we did one time when I was at, you know, whose house, and we talked on your show for like an hour and a half because then you released that finally.
I did.
But, well, I think you did. I don't know. That was the one was a couple months ago. I don't know. You said you're going to be doing them gradually. Yeah. So you released like 5 of them or 4 of them. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to be publishing a lot more of my episodes and podcasts.
See, now I don't know if you know this. So you on Anchor, you can write on the side a question, and you can have your question up to like so many characters long. And if you go on, this is on the website. This is like the app is one thing, the website is different. I just talked about this. You could do a question and a poll, multiple choice or single choice or whatever, like a poll, P-O-L-L, or whatever. Yeah. A poll and a question, but only on Anchor app you can only do a question. So if I said, "What do you guys think about life in the universe? Is there, isn't there?" Multiple choice, and then you can do a question. But you can only go to Spotify, click on the read more part, and then there's where the question will come in. So you could add stuff like that. That's for you, you know, Suede. You could add shit like that, the polls and the questions. But you got to go
make
on
it like Instagram, social media type of thing.
Yeah, you can have it on the website now. That because Spotify and Anchor been together for a while now, but you only can see it on Spotify as far as I know. And there's a new subscription part for Anchor, which I have.
Excuse me. Mm-hmm.
So like me and you will do a show, a real special, like we could do a show subscription. You're a subscriber. Well, you don't have to be, but our subscribers would be basically be invited to this, and they would be allowed. So we would do an hour. That's going to be like, it's $1.99 a month. It's the lowest I can make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not about the money. It's about the awareness foundation. And
absolutely.
They're going to get my phone number, dude. They can call me. We could do the podcast 1 hour. And I said some situations, and it's going to be a tight-knit group, and then we can grow. And then we'll have up to how many we can have on at once. So that's the direction I want to go with subscription, because it's going to bring more people like us to answer more of these questions. What's out there? What's this? What's that? You know, everything.
Yeah.
Open-minded people, Dwayne. That's what we need. Dwayne, Sway, everybody's our fucking name. We're AKA Dwayne Swaybe Podcast. Swaybe Gaming.
Swaybe Gaming, Swaybe Podcasting.
Now, my pops was into this. He's not, I'm not saying smart. He's not stupid, but he's not, he's old. He's a vet. He's up there. He's all beat up from being in the army. But I'm not going to say he's not open-minded. He's just, but he will look at something. Yeah, but he is more open-minded than like somebody who's stubborn in their 60s or 70s would be, because my age range is from like really 30s all the way to 60s. That's on my analytics. I even had a whole show about that, analytics. So Yeah, dude, you gotta make sure when you do a podcast, you gotta make sure you hit every angle. So when I have a guest on, like you, and I'm going to be a guest on your show, Suede Be Podcasting, it's going to be like you got to cover all those bases. People out there listening might be like, I want to start a podcast. So that's what I started doing, 1 through 4. My experience, 5. Then I'm going to do 5 through 7 today. And then Wednesday, I got this material where we can just fucking gibberish it up. Mm-hmm. And you know how it goes, man.
Hell yeah. So
what do you want to do, man? When this is your part. Fuck it. What do you want to do? You want to do the we're supposed to do close encounters. I don't know. Watch the whole thing.
I'm still trying to get into it.
That's what I'm saying. It's 2 hours long, so it doesn't matter how long we sit on this thing for.
You know, like
we're gonna cut an hour.
Do you believe there's aliens?
Oh, I mean, to hear, I have to now. Kind of like I have to. I'm like, I'd be retarded. At my own experiences, yeah. Plus, I was very ignorant for a while. It was cool. Why haven't they? I'm like, they have, and that's what this show talks about. So whenever you're ready, I want to. You know what I did? You remember? This can go more than an hour, by the way. Restart this. I want to throw this in as a bonus, and we could start the show. But whenever you're ready, we can do another 20 minutes of bullshit and start the show.
I don't want to bullshit.
I want to bullshit and watch.
Okay,
but. You got to tell me because you're going to be running this on your side, so you're going to be having the audio because you're better than I'll start fucking yabbering. I'll put, did you see that? So you want to run the audio and then
you want to do like a watch party?
Yeah, like basically a watch party on Anchor. But is that what we're doing? Because you can hear really clearly on your end, like real clear.
Man,
like we did with MCU. You got a lot of hits, dude. That's like one of the top 5 on mine. Up to you.
Let's do it, bro. I'm with it.
Yeah, dude. It was the top 5 episode or thing. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So I'll invite you in or whatever. It doesn't matter. But I won't. Oh, that's right. Because I'm gonna be sending it to you and clearing it out, and then I'll send it to you. So I'll invite you in, and then we'll start up the show. This will be all bonus right here.
Yes, sir.
Stick right around. We'll either be ending the show here or beginning the show here.
On the Jimmy James podcast.
I'm going to invite you right back, all right?
All right, peace.
All right, peace.